doing.
Ayo.
I'm tired of using technology.
It's 3D Beats, Josh, Coldface, Cash Only behind the boards. We're here to network and chill.
So turn off that Instagram battle you watching right now.
We fire up the award-winning WWE Network. Take a look back at something classic from this week in wrestling history. This week was a pick from yours truly, 3D Beats. Picked WrestleMania 13, going down March 23rd, 1997. Chicago, man.
Shout out to the Chi-Town, my one of my hometowns.
Yeah, so as always, I love the WrestleMania promo packages at the beginning. I guess on WWE's YouTube they just put up a playlist with just all the opening promo packages. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Of every Mania?
Just the video promo package in the very beginning.
That video got to be like 2 hours long, right?
No, because it's like the first 3 to 5 minute one. So it's probably like an hour.
But that's 3 minutes.
Damn,
so 3 times 35.
But they didn't all have them.
The network gets bored in quarantine too.
Yeah. Oh, they've been putting up fire.
But
playlist.
you could watch something like that quarantine. You could watch a whole playlist of that. I would watch it without quarantine. So
yeah,
I like this opening. I like the Mania 13. Actually, had one of my favorite openings because it captured the vibe of the time so well.
Yeah, and they were telling you too, yo, things are changing around here.
Yeah, it wasn't like, we're competing to be this. No, they was like, yo, there's real beef going on tonight. There's some real issues, and people are gonna get fucked up tonight. That's basically what the promo package was, and I loved it.
So when you say there's a change coming, what do you mean?
Just
are you talking about Monday Night War shit, or
just
we're
like
in the war,
attitude.
But this is like the jump off for the Attitude Era.
Right. So just the feeling,
just
the energy was different.
A lot of characters were changing.
The energy was different,
and that's why I picked this Mania too, is because it shows this was the last Mania for a lot of people with certain characters. Because by WrestleMania 14, everything had completely swited.
Yeah. Like who? Y'all gotta run. We'll
get
go match by match.
Go
match by match. Yeah.
And by the way, I'm torn on this Mania, man. This.
We're gonna get into it.
I'm torn, man.
The big time theme song, the dun 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 dun
classic.
dun. They've used that on other shit too, though, right? That was one of their default But that shit just gets me hyped to watch some wrestling. I mean, that brings back childhood memories. And then we see the PlayStation blimp flying around the arena.
Oh,
yeah.
PlayStation 1.
Or not even, well, was it even PlayStation? It was just PlayStation. Yeah. Man, I love the blimps from mostly an in your house thing, but yeah. I love me some blimps. So we get started with the Godwins versus the Headbangers versus Furnace and LaFawn versus the New Blackjacks. A number one contender match to see who gets the tag team title match the next night on Raw.
Yuck.
So let's start off with the New Blackjacks, man. Barry Windham and Bradshaw in roles that they weren't meant to play. Anytime you throw a new in front of something in wrestling, that shit does not work.
Except for New Age Outlaws?
But there wasn't.
But they were the
wasn't
first.
There wasn't an Outlaws.
Okay.
There's only one time New has ever worked.
Okay. So you're talking as a sequel.
And New Day.
Yeah, but
they weren't.
They're not the new anything.
Yeah, there was the.
So you're talking as a sequel, as a part 2.
Then this example might not even fit that, but I know. The new Daniel Bryan that's a slapper.
Oh
character.
But that was just an evolution of his own character.
Yeah,
so
that's still him.
Yeah,
but the new Daniel Bryan, that was some shit.
Yeah, those the mustaches, the handlebar mustaches, not a good look for either one of those gentlemen.
It's like, what's a blackjack in '97? You know what?
Yeah.
This match was absolute garbage.
Oh yeah, you going too fast. This was Vince's last Mania on commentary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Vince didn't do a lot of Mania. He did the last few.
No, he was on.
Did
90. He said 13, 12, 11. He didn't do. No, he did 10.
He didn't do 9. I know he didn't do 9. I know he didn't do the early ones. Yeah, so he wasn't always on Mania on commentary, but there was nasty ass suplex to the outside. shit, this is what happens when we do an episode a week after. I can't remember who Suplex 2 now. But yeah, it's just it looks like the type of like apron spots they'd be doing now. Doing them in 97 was just, was gross. The Blackjacks and Furnace and LaFawn both get eliminated real quick on a DQ, double count out, weird finish. And then after that, though, when it was just the Headbangers versus the Godwins, I was fucking with that. Once it got out of all the four-way bullshit, and I'm not a fan. Like, I shit on the Headbangers all the time.
You shit on the Headbangers?
Yeah, I shit on the Headbangers.
I never heard you shit on the Headbangers.
Yeah, I shit on the Headbangers.
What?
But
what do you have against the Headbangers?
I just
you don't like cross-dressers?
Attitude Era shit.
Oh yeah, you shit on the Attitude Era. Yeah.
But I was surprised. I was like,
their Attitude Era?
Yeah. They're there the whole time.
Yeah, but they don't define the Attitude Era.
I mean, they kind of do.
They're
really a huge part.
When I see them, I don't think Attitude Era.
What? That's all I think about when I see them.
Wow.
That's the only time they was.
I don't know. I just thought they were like. Well, I'm not hating on them when I call them corny, but I'm like, I think they were just like they just had.
You just led 3D to open space to shit on the Attitude Era.
I'm not.
This is a guy that'll tell you a lot of shit was corny in the Attitude Era.
Nah, they. I just thought they were like.
I thought they fit the time though, because there was dudes
they
out
did
there
fit the
that
time.
was really out there doing that stuff.
You know, weren't you hanging out with people like that?
Headbangers?
Yeah. Weren't you a headbanger?
I mean, I was a little kid at this time. Like this was what, 98?
97.
97?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in second grade. I wasn't hanging out with headbangers in second grade.
Yeah, but there was
headbangers in school.
Like, it just. Yeah, I feel like if it would have just been them two, it would have been cool. They had a cool little headbutt spit off contest. Like the Headbangers were doing crossbodies to the outside, which was crazy for 97. Yeah, man, the second half of the match I liked. So I thought it was cool. Like, you take the first half of the match out.
Yeah, it's better if you take the first half out. However, it still doesn't save it. I think it's still. I just didn't enjoy the match. I enjoyed it more when it was just down to the last two teams, but it still was just. I never got into it. It was nah.
Josh, what did you think about the match? Do you even remember it?
I barely remember it. I remember thinking this is cool. I wasn't. Yeah. I'm not hating on it like Tyshawn is. I'm not. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
Next up, we got the Sultan with the Iron Sheik and Bob Backlund versus Rocky Mavia for the Intercontinental title. This is the first match. Well, again, you got the new Blackjacks. You were talking about people that with character changes. You know, Bradshaw. Well, Bradshaw had a lot of character changes. The Godwins switched up. The Sultan switched up. Young Rikishi right there. Rocky Maivia obviously switched up.
So he switched up the very next year.
Yeah, by 14 he was The Rock.
No, he switched up this year. Actually,
yeah, it was
the same year,
like the summer.
Because
he got injured. After this, he got injured.
Yeah,
and then he was off for like 4 months, and then he came back as The Rock.
Oh shit!
So he came back like in the end of the summer, I think.
And it's weird because all these things were changing in WWF. But they had a lot of old timers around this time too. Honky Tonk Man was on commentary because for the Intercontinental Championship, like they were trying to bring in a lot of these old dudes. I don't know if it was just to give them a check or thinking that they would give the new dudes credibility. But yeah, there's a lot of old timers.
Iron Sheik.
Yeah, Iron Sheik and Bob Backlund. Like, why you gotta have the Iron Sheik and Bob Backlund?
Yeah. It's like then they have beef, like.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Iron
took
Sheik
the title from Bob
Backlund.
Rocky Johnson, RP.
Yeah, being a white meat babyface is the hardest thing in all of professional wrestling to do.
What?
Like just the super. I'm a good guy.
Wait, what?
White meat. That's what it's called. White meat babyface.
What's a dark meat baby?
like a Stone Cold or The Rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
After Rocky Mavia, Rocky Mavia is white meat. The Rock is dark meat.
Today. There's not really any.
Cedric Alexander.
Hey guys, I'm just happy to be here. And I'm gonna try. Apollo Crews, yeah. I'm just gonna try really hard, and I'm gonna do my best, and Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, that's.
I didn't know this was a thing.
You didn't know that was a term?
Nah. Yeah. I never heard that.
You said a what? Well, you just admitted dark meat babyface because now I'm like, all right, dark meat.
Dark meat babyface.
If a white meat is that, then basically white meat is Rocky Mavia, dark meat is The Rock.
Okay.
So yeah, it's, you know.
Interesting. So that's what my Rocky Mavia was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why the crowd shitted on him.
See, okay, because when I first started getting into wrestling, I thought people hated on Rocky Maivia because he was just like
the kid, the family, like.
Well, I thought it was some shit like that because I remember Cash would tell me, he was like, yeah, people hated The Rock back in the day, and when he was Rocky Maivia, and I never really did my research and looked into it, and I was like, damn, he must have been an asshole or something. Like, you know what I mean?
No, it wasn't even because of like the family shit. It was just he was just too.
He's just too goody two shoes.
Yeah, too goody two shoes. And that was the issue with John Cena. John Cena went from a dark meat babyface, and he switched it, and then he became like too good, you know.
Yeah.
And it kind of went against what people grew to love John Cena for. So that's why people
need a little bit of dirt on you.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
learn something new.
Yeah, so white meat.
That's why we do this show, man.
Well,
so just for you.
White meat,
man.
Is Josh a white meat babyface?
No.
See, because Josh got enough dirt on him.
Yeah, we all.
There's no white meat baby faces around here.
Nah.
No white meat in here?
Nah.
Seeing how athletic young Rocky Maivia was, as you know, he was flying around that range.
And I'm not even gonna say he was juiced up. He wasn't juicy.
He was just Rock.
Yeah,
he was just The Rock.
Yeah, he was thick. Like, that's exactly what I said when I saw him. I was like, Rock out here thick.
Yeah. Young dude too. He was only like 24 right there.
Yeah, he's super young.
Or he had to be like 24.
And the crowd
won the title at 25 and he's 98. So
the crowd did not care about this match at all. Between them just not fucking with The Rock, and then like the Sultan character never took off. Yeah. The crowd was just sitting there like, yo, when's this gonna end?
Is this the first cousin versus cousin singles match at WrestleMania?
Oh shit.
I have to do my research, but
research. Who needs research? You know.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, it's first cousin versus cousin match.
And then you had the whole post-match beat down. Yeah. Like,
that's a moment though. That's a moment for The Rock's first WrestleMania for him to be. And this is the first time I've seen it after Rocky Johnson passed. So this is that was a moment for The Rock.
Because the crowd did fuck with Rocky Johnson.
Like that was the most. That's the most they cared about the match. Yeah, the whole thing with Rocky Johnson came out. So for Rock to get that moment, because that's probably the only time they've ever been in the ring together. I think on TV, that's probably the only time they've been in the ring together. I think. So that's a moment, you know.
So what's up, Mavia Hurricane?
Was that one of his moves?
Yeah.
Or he was a Hurricane, but he also had beef with the Hurricane. Double entendre. Don't even ask. Or that's a triple entendre. Don't even ask me out. Because if it's a
move, be a Hurricane. I didn't know that was a thing. That's all.
So it's a move. He was a Hurricane and he had beef with the Hurricane. That's a triple. That's a tres leches.
I thought this match was cool just because
the moment,
and just seeing knowing what happens after this.
Yeah,
made the match cool to me.
Yeah, so cool. Yeah, this is cool. This is it's cool, and
it's
then
cool because
Flames, right? Then this is cool. This is cool.
I got to see two legends in there.
Yeah, you know it's the Rocky Rikishi.
Yeah,
just to go back on.
Cool.
Yeah, in hindsight
it's cool.
Yeah, in the moment, boom, but I'm watching in hindsight right now, so that's just a classic since I'm watching. It's the Rock versus Rikishi. Who'd he do it for?
Yeah.
Who'd he do it for? He did it for the Rock. He did it for the Rock.
The Sultan doing it.
If you took me back.
Yeah, but if he said I did it for Rocky Maivia, it doesn't hit the same.
If you took me back in a time machine and we were there and y'all was like, oh, Rock and Rikishi.
Yeah,
they're gonna open this bitch up. I would have been like, what? I would have seen this and I would be like, what the fuck?
Yo, hey, if The Rock didn't wrestle, Stone Cold at WrestleMania 17, I think Rock versus Rikishi would have, because underrated match. They had a banger at Survivor Series. Survivor Series 2000. When that shit comes up, we got to do that. That's like my favorite Survivor Series. The Rock and Rikishi had a banger on that night. So it'll be dope to compare this Rocky Mavia versus Sultan versus the actual Rock versus Rikishi, because they put on a banger a few years later.
Next up, Hunter Hearst Helmsley with China versus Goldust with Marlena. Again, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. This was the last few months of Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and I mean China was.
Oh, you mean like the character,
the blue blood character? Yeah.
I thought you meant the name, because the name kind of stretched out.
Yeah, the name stretched out for a little while.
He didn't go by Triple H till like 99. Yeah.
But the robes were gone after this.
No, the robes. He kept the robe. In DX, he was still rocking the robes.
He was still rocking the
robes?
robes?
He was still rocking the robes. Because DX was still like... He wasn't the DX was like the transition to where he was still like Hunter Hearst Helmsley. You know, still had the robes and still, you know...
Like, he lost the pompous arrogance and stuff.
He lost the accent. He lost the accent and shit. Okay. So he was being more like himself, but he still had the Hunter Hearst swag too.
All time. Tripp's robe game.
It's got to be top 5.
Top 5?
Yeah.
Because the only people above him would be Flair.
The Flares. He number 3. Bobby Roode up in top 10.
Bobby Roode's too much of a rip off of Flair.
I mean, I would say Flares. Then you got Trips. Then you got Goldust.
Oh,
Goldust.
Yeah. Then
I'm missing somebody. There's somebody.
Taker. His robe wasn't popping.
I mean, is it a robe?
It's a robe. That's a robe.
It's more like
a trench coat.
Yeah, that's a trench coat.
Nah. OG.
It's a cloak.
Yeah,
it's a cloak.
Cloak. You're right. It's a cloak.
All right,
yeah, he wasn't rocking robes.
That wasn't a robe?
Nah.
He never rocked a robe?
Nah.
Maybe in his home.
Nah, it's more of a cloak.
In
That's
his
a
home.
cloak.
Probably like if you go on his Instagram right now, he's probably rocking a robe.
Right.
He probably got a picture with a robe on his Instagram right now.
I just love the overlay graphics during Goldust entrance.
Yeah, that shit.
That shit just...
Goldust got a top 5 entrance all time. I'm saying it right here. What's the line? Who said it? I think it was King. He said, I think he told... Who did he tell? I think, was it JR he told? He said, the only... Oh, fuck. Damn, you know, it was a week. The RuPaul line. Y'all heard that?
Oh, shit. I can't remember
he said the only queen you know is RuPaul. No, the only drag you know is RuPaul. It was a RuPaul line. And then it was funny because, like, Vince laughed. And it was like, you know, you didn't expect Vince to, like, be aware of RuPaul. But the way Vince reacted, you could tell Vince
he got
was
the
in
joke.
tune. Yeah. So,
it's like when you try to like say a joke around your parents, thinking they're not gonna get it, but then they get it.
Yeah, you can tell Vince got it, and knowing it, Vince probably did a lot of doing the Goldust character. He was probably researching a lot of that world. Yeah, so that's probably why he got.
Because Vince came up with the whole character.
RuPaul.
Shout out RuPaul.
Yeah, that's what RuPaul's been popping for a long time.
Like
RuPaul was huge in the 90s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who's gonna step up and take over that lane? You know.
Nobody, bro.
Yeah, but you got
in
somebody has to.
No.
It's just
in pop culture.
Yeah, like you know, because I was thinking about that when I saw the Saturday Night Live sketch with Pete Davidson, and RuPaul was dressing him up and shit. And it's like, damn, we really don't have a successor to RuPaul. RuPaul's old as fuck.
The only ones is like Trixie and Katya. That's it.
See,
let's switch this over to Drag Race. Let's go ahead.
They ain't Main Street popping yet though.
They
just Main Street popping.
They just YouTube.
I don't know who they are.
What do you mean? They on Netflix and
I don't
know who.
I don't even know who that is.
All right, I'm gonna start putting more Trixie and Katya up in the chat for sure.
I mean, you can. I mean,
oh honey.
I mean, you have kind of cooled it down in the chat. You know, if you want to get back, if you want to restore the feeling in the chat.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn, who knew we would have a fucking RuPaul deep dive?
That's what we're here for, baby.
Shout out to King.
Yo, Hunter's selling is just amazing. Like,
it's my favorite wrestler.
Yo, the man can sell his ass off.
It's my favorite wrestler.
And again, at the time, he made you want to see him getting his ass beat. Yeah, just that man is an absolute legend.
No Corona, guys.
Hope not.
Can we laugh at that?
What's bad is I'm saying it and I'm not even sure. I'm like, it might be. Who knows? Like, it might be.
And then the finish of this match, man, is just it's a WrestleMania moment.
Yeah.
Is China ragdolling Marlena.
I never seen a ragdoll that rag.
That was a deliberate ragdoll. Like,
Yeah.
I want to make this look like I'm ragdolling you.
That was a rag.
Yeah, that was like, it's uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah, that was like,
it was too, like, it looked too
it was
real.
like she was shaking a baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember there was like, that was like a thing. Like, people were like shaking their babies in the 90s.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Yo,
No,
it
that
was
was
a
going
thing,
on.
bro.
Like, I knew,
Yeah.
like, you're not supposed to shake babies. I know people was like shaking their babies
and killing them, bro. They were just murdering.
Oh no, I did hear about that.
Yeah, it
that
was a thing for a while. Like, sick
That's
parents.
like when I did in high school when you have to carry the baby around.
Oh yeah, you gotta take it home.
Yeah, and
Yo,
ours
my cousin-
had enough to where like if you shook it, you
You
failed.
failed, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't have to take that class in high school.
Don't shake a baby.
I would have failed. Question. Y'all ever? Nobody has kids but 30. You have you ever got scared of like leaving your baby on the top of the car and driving
car
off?
seat?
No.
Nah.
Because where do you? All right. So when you're getting in the car, where do you put your baby when you get in the car?
What? Yeah,
Put the
they
baby
put
in the
that
car.
car seat first.
All right. So when you gotta, like, if you got groceries or something, you're carrying groceries, but then you got a baby and you're
You
carrying
put the baby in first.
Yeah, you gotta put the baby.
But you can't. You gotta unlock the car and shit. Like, you gotta get in your keys. Like, my keys are in my pocket, so I gotta like put the.
That's
baby
why
down
you
and
have a
get my
shopping
keys.
car. You put the groceries down.
I'm just saying. I don't trust myself with my baby. Like, when I have one, I could easily see myself like putting the baby on top of the car and then driving off. Because I did that at Home Depot a couple months ago when I drove off. I bought some new tools and then I put the tools on top of the car to unlock the car, and I drove off with the fucking. Don't
procreate with this man.
I drove 10 minutes away, got to my destination, and was looking for my bag, and I'm like, fuck, I left the tools on top of the car. You know, so if that was a baby, that baby's done.
So Hunter Hearst Helmsley versus Goldust was a classic.
Fire. Flames.
But you can't leave it on the floor, though. Like, you can't put the car seat on the ground. So it's like, you either put it on the roof and that shit, the baby fall off, or you put it on the ground and somebody run over your baby. Like, what's the way? Like, yo.
Shopping cart.
Hey, but then you leave the baby in the shopping cart. Like, either way, the baby gets left somewhere.
Yeah, man.
I'm saying you never had a concern about leaving your baby somewhere.
No.
I would leave my baby.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't trust myself with, like,
I don't know. Maybe
my kids.
instincts kick in once you have a child.
I don't think so.
Nah.
Not for me, man.
Oh shit.
I think I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
Like, I think I would leave my
You're not
baby.
gonna be like,
somewhere.
oh, my child.
I'm gonna need a chaperone when I have a kid. I'm gonna insert a chaperone for myself because I would leave it somewhere. Yeah.
Smart.
That's why you're gonna have 5 wives.
Yeah, that's what I need help, right?
Teamwork.
I need help. Thank you, Cash. You get
Bro,
it,
it's all
man.
good, bro. Like,
You get it.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get it.
After watching Tiger King, bro, I totally understand.
But what's Tiger King?
We'll put you up on Tiger
All
King
right.
later.
Another tangent later.
So yeah, this match was a classic to me.
The Big C. The Big C from the Big D. No.
Y'all want to rate this match so we can keep
I'm
going?
cool with classic. I said Flames originally.
All right.
Okay.
So I said
But Triple H is my favorite wrestler, so classic.
originally I said
Wait, how long had Goldust been in the game at this point?
2 years.
Couple years, yeah.
Damn, that man was ahead of
Yeah, because he was at
2
wrestling.
years?
95. He came right after he came like right after WrestleMania 11.
Fuck, this motherfucker.
Because I think he was on SummerSlam 95. I think.
Ahead of his time.
Oh,
bro.
way ahead of his time, man.
No, he was like way.
It's ridiculous.
He was too ahead of his time.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's what kept him from being even like he's a Hall of Famer. But
Like they had
that's what kept him from being
even
bigger.
in this, like they were talking because this was the Goldust babyface push.
Yeah.
And they were talking about like he did like this sit down interview where he's like, no, I'm not into men or anything. Like they were playing up more of the romantic relationship with Marlena before it was like she was just there.
This dude was out here waiting on the Attitude Era. Like y'all catch up.
He
started it.
Yeah.
He started, and what made Goldust so great, he wasn't just like the character of Goldust one dimensional. Because this year they really started digging into it. Like 97 was a big year for Goldust because they got into like his like behind the scenes, they had the marriage problems with him and Marlena, and he became like a real person. Then he dug deep, like, oh, he got in, like, was going in on Dusty Rhodes, like, oh, my dad don't love me and shit. So I love how they never hid from the fact that because they could have easily made him a character where
royalty.
They never acknowledged that he's Dusty Rhodes' son.
Yeah.
But they made him like a real, like a real human. WWE used to do such great character work, man.
Then we cut backstage.
Oh, I'm gonna give it a classic. Because the match is flames, but then the ending itself makes it classic.
I think this is where Chyna's arms were at their biggest for sure.
Yeah, because this one she probably just came straight from
bodybuilding. But yeah, I think in hindsight, it's Triple H versus Goldust, 2 Hall of Famers. I give it a classic. I'm not mad at that.
For sure.
I'm not mad at that.
Then we cut backstage. Shawn Michaels in cyberspace, the gift that keeps on giving.
On that big ass laptop.
The GIF.
Yeah, I say GIF. I don't care if it's right or wrong. I say GIF.
Damn.
Medical errors.
Yeah, but this is, you see it. I see it damn near every day on Twitter to this day.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 13.
It's common. Yeah.
So that is a classic backstage.
That's classic backstage.
Classic.
Backstage
segments?
Did Shawn Michaels steal the show without wrestling a match?
Maybe.
Right?
In hindsight, maybe.
Well, we're going to get that to later with his entrance.
Next up, Vader and Mankind with Paul Bearer versus British Bulldog and Owen Hart for the World Tag Team Championship. Jim Ross just running up the ramp to get an interview with Owen Hart and Bulldog before the match. Like, just
weird.
Yeah, it feels weird that they used to do shit like that.
They did that in, like, well, no, that was after the match.
Yeah.
No, because Charlie Caruso been known to get people right after a match.
Yeah.
While they're walking.
And that's her thing. Like, she gets it, like, she hugs you. But this fits it though, because that was to tell the story of the match between Bulldog and Owen, because they was having like the friction on like who's the leader of the team and shit.
Yeah, and vintage Owen Hart in this promo, because he kept, like, he would let JR like, no, we're cool. I'm the leader. Like,
what was the line he said? He said something about Bulldog. He said, I got 2 slammies. He got, something.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So it added to the story of the match.
Where do Vader and Mankind rank on your thrown together tag team list?
Oh, fuck. I wouldn't know.
Top 20.
Yeah. 15, 20. Like, they're...
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's like that?
Just the thrown together tag team, yeah. And especially, too, if you know the history.
Yeah, the history, because the Paul Bearer, it led in from the Undertaker
I'm talking WCW history.
Yeah, okay. We start back then. Their matches there, they had, like, the classic matches together and shit. They had, like, the fucking death match.
Yeah,
shit,
Mankind's missing an ear because of Vader.
Yeah, they put on classics together. He took his ear off,
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like, he legit.
Wait, that's where Mick Foley lost his ear?
Yeah, in a match.
Vader.
With Vader?
Yeah.
Wow.
In a random match in Europe that wasn't even on TV.
Yeah.
Is it on the network?
No.
Damn.
No, the actual match itself. They show clips of it on the Mick Foley documentaries. Yeah. I don't know. I've never seen that full match. I've just seen the clip.
Yeah, but they got bangers. They got classics.
Yeah, man, this match is fun. Vader, dude. I just love watching Vader matches.
It looks like, real. The way he punches, he just...
Oh, yes.
Well, it is real. People say he is stiff.
Yeah. He has some form.
Because in Stone Cold and Bret Hart, the new interview, they both were talking about how stiff Vader was and shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. And could you imagine in this day and age a tag team championship match ending with a double count out?
Can you imagine any WrestleMania match ending any type of
count out
or disqualification? People will go crazy.
Yeah.
Do you think they need more of that?
No.
Nah. We're good.
Not for WrestleMania.
Nah. No. Okay.
On WrestleMania, I don't want to see any.
Really? No countouts?
No countouts or DQs on WrestleMania.
Wow. Because it's supposed to be kind of
it's
definitive.
Yeah, that's what's wrong with the first half of WrestleMania history. All the way up until like the Attitude, like basically 2000 is when they got rid of like shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Once it
like you watch the early like WrestleMania 1, 2, 3, like there's lots of countouts and DQs.
It's like most of the matches end in like fishy shit like that.
Because again, most of the time, like your big stars only faced off every once in a while, and it's still trying to protect everybody and make everybody look good. Like,
but WrestleMania, somebody got to go down.
Yeah.
No matter what, somebody at WrestleMania has to go down. You know, so that's what it is, man.
But I still thought this match was flames. You got a lot of cool, you got a lot of cool power spots with British Bulldog, Vader out here doing Vader stuff, Owen Hart acting a damn fool.
Never been a British Bulldog fan at all.
Fucking hater.
He got his moments. Wow. I realized though, like, I loved him as a kid, and looking back now, it's like, nah, he was kind of mid.
Was Brutus Beefcake his twin?
No.
They look the same.
Low key, like they got the same face shape. I never thought of that. Now,
right. Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah. They look very similar.
If they made like the pop, what's it called,
the pop vinyl,
vinyls, they would have the same head
and different costume. That's it.
Yeah, just different costume.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Dang, a British Bulldog pop, bro. I need it.
Don't they have it?
I don't know. They might now.
Is he getting the Hall of Fame this year?
Well, whenever we get a Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So what did you rank this match then?
That shit dragged, yo. Like, if they would have condensed it, it would have been a good match because the ending it picked up. But I give it a aight. It just dragged, man. It dragged. Or no, because I gave Rock and Sultan a cool, huh?
Yeah.
But that was in hindsight. This in hindsight doesn't really do much in hindsight, so it's alright. It dragged, man. It dragged too long.
Oh, dude,
the match was too long.
Man, I enjoyed this match.
Yeah. I was like, when is this shit gonna be over?
Next up, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret the Hitman Hart submission match. Where do you rank Steve Austin's entrance all time during this Mania?
Stone Cold entrances or all time?
Yeah, just all time Mania entrances.
It's got to be top 20.
Top 20? Wow.
Top 10, man.
I mean,
top 5.
Well, I'll say this because you got it. WrestleMania. We got 35 years of WrestleMania. If I actually sat down and thought about all the entrances,
yeah. I mean, the simplicity of it though, and like the glass was just sitting there the entire time. Like,
I mean, 10 years ago it was top 10 easily, but now I'm not so quick to give it top 10
easily.
Stone
Cold entrances?
No, we're talking about all time
Mania entrances.
All-time Mania entrances.
I put a top 10, easy.
Okay.
And I might be being on the cautious side of that. It's just
I'll say top 15.
I mean, granted, they put Steve Williams in every single package of everything, but you always see that glass shattering.
That's true.
Like, that shit's hard.
That's top 10. I love his entrance at WrestleMania 17 as well, though. That's WrestleMania 17. He had a dope entrance on that too. Because that's the only WrestleMania he had the disturbed entrance thing, and I love that entrance. Yeah. Step up. Yeah.
Where does Ken Shamrock rank as a special guest referee?
Oh, he's top 5. Just off this one match, he's top 5.
His shirt.
This one match alone, he's top 5.
Because your gear as a special guest referee is important. That's why Shawn's a legendary special guest referee. That's why Shane is.
Mankind.
Whatever.
But I might rank Shamrock ahead of Foley.
Shout out Ken Shamrock's referee fit.
Yeah, exactly, man. And he really added to the match. He was, and
this was his first appearance. This was his debut.
Actually in ring. Oh, I mean, he fucked up Billy Gunn in the ring before. Yeah. This is the first match he was actually involved with.
Yeah, Ken Shamrock, he just looked like he belonged automatically.
Yeah, and because sometimes a special guest referee can take away from a match, he added to it. Like, you take him out of this match, and
it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Because again, when you get to the ending, when you get to all this stuff, like, Shamrock was the dude.
Yeah.
How long had Ken Shamrock been in the E at this point?
Well, this is his
actual debut. Like, they'd been building up. Like, he was, doing interviews and shit. Just, again, too, when you think of a submission match, normally you're thinking technical masterpiece. This was just a straight up brawl, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It's not what you think you're gonna get right away when you see a submission match. But
I love how both of them wasn't fucking with the match when it got announced. They were like, "Why would they book us in a submission match?" Stone Cold was looking at it saying,
"Why? But Bret's a submission guy."
Bret knew. Well, Bret he was looking at it like he was already saying that it was too soon for him and Austin to go at each other again. He felt like it was too soon because they had just wrestled at Survivor Series for the first time. So he was thinking they were gonna wrestle again like at SummerSlam or something. Mm-hmm. So he felt like maybe it was too soon. So that was one. And then Bret, what did Bret say? Because he said as he was walking to the ring, because Austin asked him, "What was you thinking as you're walking to the ring right here?" Bret was like, "That this match isn't gonna be as great as I wanted to be."
Do your best Bret Hart impression. Petty Bret Hart.
Fuck Triple H. He's trash.
My video game character should be better than his.
I should be rated higher than Triple H in the video game, so I hate him in real life because he was rated higher than me in a video game.
Do you think that? Do you agree?
Do I agree with what?
That he should be ranked higher in video games
than Triple H?
Yeah. Depends on what era Triple H we talking about.
Yeah, what Triple H are we talking about?
Yeah,
if we're talking about like prime Triple H, then
nobody was beating prime Triple H.
Yeah, because Triple H was always between Triple H and Kurt Angle, and then when Cena became main event, Cena's was high. And Taker had some real high ones too, but Triple H and Kurt Angle, because they were consistently in all the video games. Up to a certain point, I think Triple H and Kurt Angle, it was always between those two as far as the highest. And then Bret wasn't. Because it depends, man, because Triple H, man, he's like, he used to win all the time. Like, you expect, like, he has to be rated high, you know? Triple H didn't lose.
There was years where Triple H didn't lose.
Yeah, like, I'd never seen Triple H lost when I was a kid. After a certain point, like after, man, because even during the Attitude Era, he was beating the Rock, you know. So
man, the blood in a wrestling match can be an art form. The blood in this match just adds to it. The realism.
The match should be weak without the blood.
Where does Stone Cold rank at top leaders?
Top 5.
Yeah, top 5 off this match alone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then he had other classic bloody moments too. He always bled good.
Yeah. Most people, you know, we talked about a couple episodes ago, whenever we talked about Flair bleeding with his hair.
Yeah.
The
scalp.
The bald Steve Austin, it worked, man, for the blood. The camera work in this match, they were just hitting all the right angles.
So we're talking classic then.
No, it is classic. And then this is a match that I saw them break down. You know, they broke it down on the reset.
Soaked over
on the match, man. This is the greatest.
I'm going a step. There are very few perfect wrestling matches.
You giving this the perfect?
This is perfect.
What?
Like, there is not a single thing. Even some of the sloppiness in it adds to it.
It was sloppy
because it
and it
feels
worked.
real.
Yeah, it worked. The sloppiness worked for it because it felt like a real fight. Like a real fight. If two people just broke out a fight in a room,
and that's what
it's gonna be sloppy. Like shit's gonna be knocked over and shit.
It didn't look. Nothing in that match looked choreographed. Nothing in that match looked. You know.
Austin talked about how on the shit. He talked about how he tried to grab like the drink tray out of the dude's hand, but the dude wouldn't hold on to it. It's like his job was on the line. Like, no, you're not taking my tray away. Yeah. So Austin was like, yo, this fuck ass dude wouldn't give me the tray, and I was trying to snatch the tray from him when I couldn't get it from him. Wow. But it made it feel real. It's like, you know,
like, hey, what you do?
Like he wasn't cooperating with you. It was real. He was like, nah, this is my food tray, you know. Or like he talked about how like the one dude in the crowd got away with his suplex on the rail or whatever. Yeah. So he had to switch up. So it just felt like a real fight. It was sloppy.
Hey, so is this regarded as classic shit?
Oh yeah.
People regard it as the greatest.
Yeah.
Some people regard it as the greatest match of all time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Bret Hart said on the on the new shit. Bret Hart said when he comes across somebody that like doesn't know what he does for a living and wants to see what it is. He said that match is the go-to match he goes to show Stone people what Bret he does for a living.
WrestleMania.
Yep.
97. Yeah. 97. I mean, again, the doing just a single turn is difficult enough. So because doing to where Steve Austin totally turned babyface, Bret Hart totally turned heel. Man. Again, Ken Shamrock played a big part in that too. Mm-hmm. You know,
because the ending, the way Ken Shamrock played it to where after Bret was beating Austin's ass after the match, and then Ken, you know, grabbing Bret off, and then Bret like being a coward backing off, that was heel shit, you know. This match, and they had the Edge and Christian when they had both of them on the podcast. They did an anatomy of the match, so they broke the match down over there too, and they were talking about the stuff they did in there, and it was just. Yeah, this classic match. Classic. It was just.
Well, damn.
This is the match that defined Stone Cold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this made
Stone
him.
Cold.
Yeah.
Stone Cold gives this match the credit to making him. Bret was doing his best work. You know, this
is when we saw the real Bret Hart.
Yeah, the real Bret Hart, like the petty Bret Hart was showing on TV, and you had a build up. This is my favorite Bret. I don't think there's a Bret better than this year. This is easily the best Bret.
How does this match play into Montreal?
Doesn't.
Well, it kind of does.
Well, I mean, you see Bret's bitterness.
This is why it does, because this feud was, you know, started, and this started like bitter Bret. Stone Cold brought out bitter Bret. Late '96, bitter Bret started coming out when he returned after the Shawn Michaels loss at WrestleMania 12, and then so he was going off on Vince McMahon. So he was creating the Mr. McMahon character when he spazzed on him after the steel cage match, and he kind of exposed him as the owner, because before that he wasn't. You know, he was acting like he wasn't the owner.
Yeah, Gorilla Monsoon owned the WWF on TV.
So Bret exposed him as the owner, and like Stone Cold asked him recently, he said, "Did you realize that you're setting up the Mr. McMahon character for me to kind of run with that later on in the year? Because you're the first person to put hands on him, and it was a big deal." And then Bret was like, "I didn't even realize what I was doing at the time, but what Bret was doing at this time was groundbreaking." And it's funny because he was against the creative direction of the WWE at the time. He felt like it was too edgy and too, you know, getting too wild. But he was the dude that was
he was jumping off a lot of this shit.
He was the one that was
Bret doing the dope attitude.
Yeah, you have to, because he was one of the catalysts. He was one of the catalysts.
He was part of the jumping off.
And then once the Montreal Screwjob happened, that was no turning back after that. So this leads into the Montreal Screwjob because it goes into the Mr. McMahon character. Everything about this year was just. It was monumental, man. The match, everything surrounding the match, because everybody in all the main eventers, all the top guys were beefing with each other. Everybody had beef with each other.
Yeah,
so
there was so many dovetailing feuds going on.
They could have went anywhere with Mania, because Bret was beefing with Austin. He was beefing with Shawn, because he was supposed to face Shawn at first.
He was beefing with Sid.
And then he had a beef with Taker, because Taker cost Bret because they had the match. It was supposed to be Sid versus Bret in the cage match. After that match, that's when Bret spazzed on Vince because he got screwed. But Taker screwed Bret and cost him the match, because if Bret would have beat Sid, Taker's match wouldn't have been for the world title. It would have been Stone Cold versus Bret's match. So Taker and Austin both came out. Stone Cold came out trying to help Bret, so their match could be for the world title. Taker came out and cost Bret the match, so his match could stay for the world title against Sid. So Taker slammed the cage door on Bret, and then that started, you know, that's why on this night Bret came out and said, "Our friendship was done the night you closed the door." I love how Bret, it feels real, because Bret really feels like his friendship is like the greatest shit ever. Taker, our friendship died when you shut the steel cage on me. So Bret had beef with everybody. And then Taker had beef with Sid and Mankind and Vader and everybody at this time. Stone Cold had beef with Bret and everybody. So it was just, man, this show.
I told you.
Damn.
Next up,
this is a show, man.
We see the Nation of Domination backstage.
One more thing.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, go for it.
Hart's kid. They showed the camera to Bret Hart's kid putting her hands over her face during the match. Oh,
dang, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, no, they brought it up on commentary too.
This is the match, man. This is the fucking
match. Yeah.
It was cool. It was alright.
What do you rank it?
It was alright.
Aight?
It was alright.
Wow.
No, it's classic.
It's classic. Absolute classic.
It's a triple classic.
Wait. One more thing. My girl feels that Stone Cold's performance at the end was trash.
Yeah.
He passed out like a bitch.
You don't think it looked real? You don't think it looked like a real? What didn't look real about the pass out?
It was just the way he was breathing and like his eyes looked. I was like, he's not actually passed out, you know. And I know that it's acting. I know it's scripted or whatever. The like the way he sold it to me, he was like he passed out, and so I was like, thinking, oh my word.
Cause that's how it feels.
When I was watching him, I was like, wait a minute, he's not actually passed out. I don't know, so it felt a little like, I don't know.
No, Stone Cold fucking passed the fuck out.
He passed out to me.
Like,
he lost all the blood.
It's real to me, damn it.
It's real.
Yeah.
Then we get a Nation of Domination versus the Legion of Doom and Ahmed Johnson in the Chicago street fight, man. The OG Nation, when it was real super Nation of Islam inspired, but then you still had all these random white dudes.
Yeah, it had too many white people
I was gonna
in the
ask,
Nation.
I was like,
this supposed to be a black group, and then
like it was, the rapper dudes.
Yeah, who the fuck?
But I like this version of Nation though. I still like this version.
Yeah, I really like this version of the Nation, man, because it was just, then Ahmed Johnson coming out with the Legion of Doom spikes. A lot of people have done the LOD spikes that weren't LOD. Ahmed Johnson, man, it worked for him.
And it created a beef between Ahmed Johnson and Animal in real life. I saw an interview of Ahmed Johnson.
Why?
He said Animal came to him and was pressing him about giving him the shoulder pads. I'm like, motherfucker, you got my shoulder pads. Give it back to me or some shit. I forgot the interview, but Ahmed said there was like some smoke. Animal approached him kind of disrespectfully about those spikes.
Yeah, I saw when they were walking out, the crowd was like grabbing onto their spikes, like legit, like get off my spikes.
Oh, I had the toy LOD spikes as a kid.
Where they at? Pull them out. Where they at?
Any of that shit, man.
What are we doing?
I know. I had. They were foam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number one thing you wish you can keep from a toy that you had?
Oh, my wrestling buddies.
Your wrestling buddies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I had those still.
Damn. I wish I had my Maximum Sweat Road Dog.
I wish I had my authentic scale ring of WrestleMania 17. The rings where you put the real ring together.
My Ultimate Warrior wrestling buddy. That was my favorite.
Damn.
You ever think about just eBaying that?
They're fucking like $100.
Yeah,
I ain't got that type of money.
Nah, all right.
Ball out.
All right.
Yeah.
Ball
Would
out.
you sleep with your WrestleMania buddy if you got it?
Now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a sick pillow. That'd be a sick pillow. That'd be handy. You can fold that thing up, you know.
Well, I had some classic with my wrestling buddies in the backyard.
Lit.
They got it was just like a little like gym mat pad, and like put it in the backyard. Made some little fake ropes, man. Yeah.
Damn.
So WrestleMania buddies are the stuffed animal ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I had a Kevin Nash one.
What?
And Kevin Nash and Goldberg, because my mom was like, "Oh, I got you Kevin Nash and Stone Cold," and it was Goldberg.
Damn, me and Cash never had those. We just had the action figures.
Justin had a wrestling buddy. Though.
Yeah. Our brother had.
He had Hulk, didn't he?
Yeah.
Hulk
I had the Hulk
Hogan.
Hogan one too.
Everybody had the Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, the Hulk
one,
was the one.
That was.
I just saw Ray just got the Jeff and Matt ones.
Oh wait, they're back out.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy one.
Lit.
Hawk catches the 2x4. He goes to swing the 2x4 in the turnbuckle, pops up in the air, and somehow miraculously catches it. That was smooth.
Man.
Cash, I got a question specifically for you. Where you rank Ahmed Johnson's ass?
Dude was robust.
One second.
Dude was robust.
And then his tights kind of crept up on him a little bit.
All the time.
I figured that would.
He had his thighs covered.
Dude was robust.
Only person with thigh pads.
I think that's.
As we're getting there, the table spots in '97 were so nasty because those tables weren't meant to be for table spots.
Yeah, they were real tables.
And there was a. It's up there, right?
Yeah, it's pretty firm ass right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with the tights. Yeah.
Yeah.
The trunks, the short trunks.
Yeah, this match was absolute chaos. I know Bruce Pritchard talked about on his podcast how like they had such a hard time doing all the camera work for this match because usually in matches like these they kind of sync up the spots. So like while like there's a big spot going on over here, the other guys are just laying on the floor or whatever. Mm-hmm. They were just brawling like
going.
It
felt real like a real street
fight. They have camera on one thing, and you would see a spot in the background, like, "Yo, what the fuck just happened over there?" and
that's the best kind.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel when the spots are too, when you catch every spot the first time on the camera, it feels too rehearsed. I like this match because it just felt like chaos. Like you caught shit in the background. That's why we have replay. We can replay like the. It's okay to replay if something happens in the background. It's okay to replay it in a chaotic match like this. I wouldn't be mad at somebody. I'm not gonna be one of the people that, you missed the camera spot. No, like it's cool. Yeah, you missed the camera spot, but we have a replay.
This isn't Edge doing his first spear back in the Royal Rumble. This is some shit that you want. This match gets shitted on a lot.
Does it?
Yeah,
it gets shitted on.
This match gets shitted on.
Well, the whole
all
pay-per-view
the time.
gets shitted on.
I thought this match was flames.
I thought this match was. I gave it a flames. I gave it a flames. And based off the promo alone, when Farouk said, he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna beat LOD and Colored Boy Ahmed." He called him Colored Boy Ahmed.
Wow.
Yeah, because their whole beef was basically because Ahmed wouldn't join the nation.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's some shit, man. Then,
how do you feel about Farouk calling Ahmed Johnson Colored Boy?
No comment. I ain't that dumb. You can talk on it. So, I love how, in my notes and shit, I have just normal matches and shit. On the end of this, I had to put pre-main event shenanigans because it deserves its own section. Yeah. Like, so much shit happened before the main event. Shawn Michaels on commentary because Shawn Michaels has to steal the show at Mania.
He has to make a grand entrance. He had to loop around the ring 5 times.
Yeah, he was taking it.
Did y'all talk about the vignette of Shawn Michaels on AOL trying to figure out the internet?
Yeah, we talked about that
earlier.
My bad, I missed it.
Thing is though, man, every time I see Shawn, it's just like that dude was that dude.
He was, man. Like
the ladies.
As they should.
He was superstar of the 90s.
Yeah, man.
And 2000s.
Yeah, Shawn was feeling the love. He did he made sure he was getting every hit, high five.
Yeah, he was, I loved when Shawn had to reach out both hands.
Yeah.
They was grabbing on him.
Yeah. I mean, Shawn
grabbing on him.
The barricades, they used to, there's entrances where the barricade got knocked down, where people rammed through the barricade.
I believe
seeing Shawn Michaels come out in the 90s was really like seeing...
He like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it was really like seeing Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he like Michael Jackson.
Because, when the entrance aisles were shorter, so, he could do the, reach both hands, and I mean, they would tug on him a lot.
They were grabbing on him.
Yeah, they were yanking him. It was kind of abusive at certain points. It's like, yo, you guys are abusing this man.
For that.
They would pass him fucking bouquet of flowers as he comes out sometimes.
Never seen nothing like it, man.
Yeah, Shawn is just, he'd give kisses to the ladies sometimes,
Wow, shit, man.
And we get backstage with Sycho Sid. And people try to shit on Sycho Sid, man.
His promos is great. I don't know why people shit on his
just
promos.
because he didn't hit and pronunciate every single word. It was intensity, man.
That's what made it more.
You believe this motherfucker was crazy.
His name is Sycho Sid and Sid Vicious.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
I don't want him to articulate the best sentences.
I didn't realize the size on him till this. Dude was a big man.
He's a big dude.
He was a big man. I never really, because he's one of those wrestlers that I know. That I know the clout he has, but it's just also I don't look him up. Yeah, he's not somebody I look up.
That's the thing. People shit on him now.
They do?
Yeah.
Nah, but I think
I hear people.
I think more in the later years. I think people start to give him more credit these days. But I think people make a joke out of his career too much. He
main evented 2 Manias
against Undertaker and against Hulk Hogan.
But why would people shit on him?
Because he's
not the greatest technical wrestler.
Yeah. And then he'll skip out on dates to go play softball and shit.
Yeah, and he stabbed Arn Anderson.
He what? He stabbed somebody?
And he stabbed Arn Anderson.
And he made promo blunders.
Wait, what? Tell me
he's still on the stabbing.
Yeah. With some scissors.
Yeah, that's why he got fired from WCW. And that's why he came back to WWE as Sycho Sid.
Damn, that makes
and they played off it. They called him Sycho Sid.
Because he be stabbing people.
Before that, he was Sid Justice in WWE. When he came back, you stabbing motherfuckers. You Psycho now. You Sycho Sid.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. both entrances. The Taker entrance was amazing. Sid in this era, his entrances were, he would be dapping up fans that fuck with him.
Who's the man?
The Sid, the firework thing. They need to bring that type of shit back, man. The in-ring pyro. That shit's hard.
Yeah.
Taker's gear was
coming
amazing.
back in his original gear from when he first debuted,
And then we get petty Bret Hart interrupting.
Man, he could even let the bell ring. Yeah,
it should have been me.
I loved it. If you didn't get that he turned heel in the previous match, he solidified it with this. He let it be known. Yeah, I'm healed now.
And then and Vince trying to protect Shawn.
He just wanted to hug Shawn. He just wanted a reason to hug Shawn.
Vince and Shawn's relationship is so interesting, man.
Yeah.
And Jerry Lawler was calling Vince out on it too during commentary and stuff. And then at anytime we get Sid laughing, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I love his laugh.
So after all that, then we get the match.
Yeah.
The Undertaker versus Sycho Sid for the WWF Championship.
Top 10 most underrated WrestleMania match of all time. Nobody gives this match credit. For some reason, nobody gives this match credit.
I think if it was a shorter match, there's a lot of just unnecessary wrestle. That bear hug went on for a long time.
I miss bear hugs.
Right dude doing bear hugs? Yeah.
They need to bring back bear hugs.
I just hate the bear hugs where it's just like you're just leaning on him though. Like,
oh man, I like that because it's like, yo, I got you now. I got you. Where you going?
No, I like the ragdoll bear hugs.
Nah, see, you gotta have the ragdoll sometimes too, but I don't want to see Undertaker getting ragdoll, or Sid getting ragdoll. So their bear hug was more fitting because it's like, yo, I got you now. Like, where you going? Like, you big, but I'm big too. Where you going? So that's how I felt those bear hugs go.
I did love all the outside brawling in this match, though.
With the spot where Sid kicked Taker and he flipped over the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
And then, Sid had a nice tombstone. I mean, a lot of people can't pull off the tombstone. Yeah. Sid did a nice-ass tombstone. And then, again, if he didn't solidify it before, Bret Hart had to come out and interfere again. Like, this man, the pettiness, man. Like, most people would have been done at the end of their match. Bret Hart, I think, is the only person to come out pre-WrestleMania main event.
And get powerbombed before the next match happened. And then decided, I got powerbombed. I'm still going to come out and ruin shit.
Bret Hart's my petty spirit animal.
I see.
And I thought this match was flames, and I think sometimes, like I said, people shit on it because it wasn't Bret Hart versus Stone Cold. It's like,
what? Why? Was it supposed to be or what?
Well, no, because it's the main event of WrestleMania, so it should be the greatest match. No, it's the story that leads up to it. And again, too, this was very rarely did the championship not go on last this time.
Yeah. Man, I be like looking at Taker and these when we go back to all this stuff.
That camera angle. That's the camera angle right there. I love that camera. The way whoever shot that, somebody needs to give me the name of that cameraman that shot that exact camera angle.
Because we want him to direct a movie.
Yes, because just the way they had Undertaker rise up. And then, that's probably one of the best camera angles of Taker rising up ever right there.
Wait, I was looking at Taker, going back in all these things that we were watching, rappers to
and
wrestlers.
You miss him.
This dude Snoop Dogg.
Well, yeah, I've been said that.
Yeah.
Well, we did rapper to wrestler.
Oh, we did. We put it. Oh, we did that. Yeah. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Just the longevity.
Yeah,
the longevity around respect.
Just always relevant through every generation.
Evolution of character. Yeah. The respect. Nobody ever has a bad word to say about him. Yeah. They're looked at as the leader of, the leader of their shit.
Yeah, that's Snoop.
Everybody always goes to them. So yeah, Snoop and Taker, they're definitely yeah.
So overall, man, I thought this Mania was a slapper.
Well, I gave this match a classic.
Yeah,
this is the match I gave. I gave this match a classic. Oh shit, it's a classic.
Overall, yeah.
The Taker, the ending, it just felt good when I seen Taker. When the WrestleMania went off air with Taker holding up the WWE Championship.
Because this was Taker's first real run.
Yeah, 7 years to his career, the first real run. His first run when he beat Hogan, it only lasted 4 days. So, just if you do all that build up of 7 years and he's being like one of the biggest stars in the company, but he never had his run with the title. And then, if you go off of, I don't know, it felt good seeing him hold it because you think about what he's been through this year. This previous year before Mania, because I feel like Mania should be like a culmination of a year. You know, you should feel the wrestlers' journeys.
A what?
A culmination.
It's a hard word, culmination.
Culmination.
Is that how you say it?
No, it's not. I think we're both fucking it up. But
because I had it in my head when you said it. I had the real word.
Yeah.
I had the real word in my head, and now you fucked me up.
Accumulation, yeah.
No. Cash want to be grammar police.
No, that's not the word.
Out of all people.
That's not the word. It's culmination, right?
Oh, there we go. Josh got it.
That's what you meant to say. Culmination.
No,
Lucy's like, what are you ignorant fucks talking about?
I'm with culmination.
Combination. It was a
combination.
WrestleMania should feel like a combination of the characters.
Now you're really fucking
of the character's journey throughout the year, you know?
Yeah, totally.
So when Taker held up the WWE Championship in victory, it wasn't just this night. It was
like a spray.
Yeah.
A
spray of the year. A build up of the whole year, right?
In your face.
So I'm picturing
that's what that word means, a culmination.
So I'm just picturing when he held up the title in victory, I'm picturing Mankind debuting, all the drama with Mankind Taker had. Like, Mankind had Taker stressed throughout the whole year, right? And then Paul Bearer turned on him, like his main man. Turned on him, right? So Taker was, like, down and out throughout the year. Taker was down and out. Then he died. He got buried alive. He died. Then he had to come back alive, and he rose down from the heavens, and that's the birth of a new character. And that's when he became like the Lord of Darkness Taker, and he was, more gothic looking and stuff, just wearing all black. And then he found his way to the main event at WrestleMania. So when I saw him hold up the championship in victory, I'm visualizing all the year. So that's what WrestleMania should feel like. So this match. It's a classic to me. I just feel it feels right seeing Taker hold up the title in the main event at WrestleMania. It just felt right, and I miss Undertaker.
So overall, I thought this show was a slapper. Coldface, you were trying to hate on it earlier.
Because all right, it's weird. I don't know where to rank it because the matches that hit, they hit all the way, right? But then it's just so much of the show just dragged on. Like, so much of the matches just look at the crowd. They just feel so. Yeah, you feel because you know why? Because the crowd's been with Undertaker.
They went on that journey.
They went on that journey with the dead man the whole year of '96 and '97. They went on the journey with Undertaker. So when he won that title, they felt that. Because at this time, Sid. This wasn't when it was a sure thing Taker was winning at WrestleMania. Sid could have easily.
Yeah, the streak hadn't. Even though the streak was happening, it hadn't been mentioned yet.
Yeah, it was only this was 6. So.
Damn, and it wasn't a streak. It wasn't a streak by then.
It was a streak, but it was only 6 wins. They wasn't bringing it up. Nobody noticed.
It was like coincidence.
When did they start
the first time they brought it up was when. It depends. It was levels because the first time Taker announced it was Ric Flair at WrestleMania 18 because he held up to 10. But then they mentioned it the previous year against Triple H. They mentioned Undertaker's never lost at WrestleMania. But that was it.
I think it was more at first. It was just a happy coincidence.
Yeah,
it's like
it was
shit.
They realized
keeps winning.
They didn't start going with it as a storyline. The first time they went with it as a storyline was Randy Orton. When he wrestled Randy Orton was the first WrestleMania match of Undertaker.
To where it was like, this is for the streak.
Yeah. To where Randy Orton was like, yo, I'm the legend. Damn, the legend. Did Randy Orton invent the streak?
Probably.
I think Randy Orton invented the streak as a
thing. Let's not.
No, I'm giving him that because as a thing. Because before that, it was just Taker never lost.
Yeah.
Bro, when Randy Orton was going after it, his character was a legend killer.
It became as big as the championship
God,
match.
Randy Orton, bro. Randy Orton is the GOAT.
Even WrestleMania 13, we can bring it back to Randy, man.
We can bring it back to Randy Orton was a teenager right here, but we can still bring it back. Yeah, because he was a legend killer, so, But, Taker could have lost this match to Sid. Sid was a big deal, so this felt good seeing Taker win. So I give this Mania, the stuff that hit. I'll give it a
classic.
It's hard because low key, I do feel like it is a classic based off what happened.
But it had trash in there.
Yeah,
so that brings down the average.
Yeah, so it's like. But some trash shit be classic
flames,
though, right?
Flame slapper.
Trash shit can be classic.
Flame slapper classic, yeah.
All right.
But it's weird because some trash shit can be classic. Some shit
like
can be
Rocky Mavia.
That's what I'm saying. Shit can be classic and trash at the same time. Shout out to my guy Tugboat, but him crashing through the wall, people roasted that for years. But what is it? It's classic.
It's a classic moment.
It's a classic moment. It was a fail. It was one of the biggest fails, but it's one of the biggest moments, and it's a classic moment. And it's a moment that we talk to him and he laughs at,
Yeah.
So it's weird, man. I'll give it a slapper.
That's what I gave it.
Oh, fuck, man. I switched up, man.
Yeah.
I'll give it a slapper.
Because you was getting on us for even liking this Mania.
Yeah, because it was hard to sit through, but it slapped. I'm enjoying talking about it. 97 is my favorite year in WWE history ever. So
solidifies it now. Now it's solidified. There's no question of doubt.
I give it a stamp.
97 is hard as fuck.
So next week on Network and Chill is a cold face pick. The end of our Mania month.
Oh yeah.
WrestleMania 24.
Ooh. The greatest WrestleMania
spoiler
of all time.
Batista versus Umaga on that thing.
Finley
JBL.
In a Belfast brawl.
Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair.
Career-threatening match.
Big Show.
Talk about it.
Biggest fighter versus the biggest athlete versus the best fighter in the world.
John Cena versus Triple H versus Randy Orton.
Bam.
Undertaker versus Edge.
With Zack Ryder in the main event.
Zack Ryder
was in the main event at WrestleMania. Let's go.
Fuck up.
Yeah, that's 24. You seen it?